Hello, fourth grade. Hopefully you're doing well. Um, we're going to be looking at breaking factors and smaller factors. We're also going to be looking at visual models, which both situations are going to evolve around multiplication. Then we're also going to we're going to look at algebraic reasoning through a model. Again, another way to visualize how to solve a problem. So let's first look at breaking factors and smaller factors. The beauty of this strategy is it's really based on your foundational multiplication facts and then how you want to break numbers down to make them easier to work with. Like, yes, we know 16 times 15. We could do 10 plus 5, and we know that 16 times 10 is 160. We know 5 is half of 10, so half of 160 is 80. So we know our answer is going to be 240. We could do that way. Or, if we want to use the strategy, breaking factors and smaller factors, well, we know that 8 times, or 8 groups of 2 is 16. We know 3 groups of 5 is 15. So if we think about associative property, 5 times 2, so look what I'm doing, I'm just changing the order. 5 times 2 I know is 10. 8 times 3 I know is 24. 24 groups of 10 is 240. Again, it's just another way to look at it. Now if we think about a visual model to represent that, well, we could use area model, could be one way we do it. We could make this whole thing 16. Make this 10. So 16 tens is 160. We know 5 is half of 10, so 100 is half of that is 80. So we know our whole value is 240. That's just another possibility. It doesn't have to be done that way. That's area model. Another visual model is with 16, 15s is, if you wanted to make 16 cookies with 15 chips in each cookie, that could be a visual model as well. Let's look at 18 and 24. So again, we could use partial product, or we could just multiply, or we could say, well, we know that 18 is the same as 2. I don't know why that keeps pulling down on me. Sorry, I'm using a new stylus today, and I don't know why that's happening. 2 9s. Now 24, do we want to say that's 2 12s, 3 8s, 4 6s? What might be easiest? Well, I actually think with 24, I might actually break it down into 2 times 2 times 6. So I know 2 groups of 2, and this is why. Because now I have all these 2's left. I know that 9 groups of 6, so if I do that, 9 groups of 6, I know that is 54. And then I have, think about it, 2's, 2, 2. Well, 54 2's is 108, so I did that. 108 2's is what? So let's think about that for a second. 108 2's, if we think about what we have left. Is that not 216? So that's done, and then we have another 2 left. 216 2's is 432. Now, is that the only way to do it? No, that is not the only way to do it. That's just one possibility. Well, again, let's look at it as an area model to check our work. So do we want to break up 18 or do we want to break up 24? Well, I'm kind of inclined actually to do it this way myself. I'm actually going to break 18 up into 10 and 8. And I'm going to break 24 up into just that. 20 and 4. So we know 20 tens is what? 200. We know 28s is 160. We know 10 fours is 40. We know 8 fours is 32. So if we add all this up, bring all this together, 200 plus 160 is 360. 360 plus 40 is 400. Oh, wait a second. Isn't that a beautiful thing? We got the same answer, 432. So that's the breaking factors and smaller factors in visual models. Let's take a chance and look at the algebraic reasoning. If I told you you had 2/3 of m, and we consider m to be our unknown, that's our box. And we've been told 2/3 of this. So 2, again, my stylus, I apologize. 2/3. So these two parts have a value of 12. So then, in other words, if these two bars, so if this is 6 and this is 6, remember this whole thing is your m. That's what we started with. And this is 6. Well, wait a second. 2/3 of m, so m must be a total of 18. So we know that 2/3 of m is 12. Let's think about it if we were working with fractions. What if we had, again, the 2/3 part? So we have the whole bar, which is that is our unknown, that is our variable m. 2/3 of it. So these two bars have a value of a value of 1/4. So what plus what is 1/4? Well, I have to remember that 1/4 is the same as 2/8. So 1/8 plus 1/8 is 1/4, because 1/8 plus 1/8 is 2/4, which is the same as 1/4. Now, if these bars are 1/8, this bar must be 1/8 as well. So we know m must be 3/8. I know this is something that we haven't spent a lot of time with, but it's something where if you really unpack it and think about it, I think it's something you are able to do. It just requires you to think strategically a little bit. Okay, if you have any questions, please ask. But hopefully this helped guide you through this week's learning opportunity. Thank you.